My name is Sydney Songer. I'm a holistic wellness practitioner and the gemstone education specialist with Gemisphere, and today I am super excited to talk about one of our brand new gemstones that we will be featuring, which is Sunstone. Now, Sunstone is a really cool stone, and I'm going to break it all down into what you can expect from it. It's all about bringing warmth back into the system and helping to open things up and become more expansive and higher functioning. It's about allowing us to benefit from the sun more clearly, the light from the sun, and also from divine light that is around us and within us. It has a sense of bringing almost like a empowerment, a way for us to become leaders within our own lives. And the red, the orange, and the gold in it helps us to become more sensitive and more receptive to the infrared rays of the sun, and that helps us physically, emotionally, and mentally. And I really want to break all three of those down to explain a little bit more in depth exactly what Sunstone can do for you. So when worn around the neck, Sunstone acts kind of like our own personal sunny day, and it brings light, warmth, and power into our being and helps to kind of radiate through our physical body, our mind, and our emotions, and also to the people around us as a result. You think of like if you're your own little sun and it's radiating heat out, it's the same kind of idea, except it's this enhanced vibration that we're emitting as a result of this process that Sunstone has of helping us to sort of amplify the effects of light and warmth around us and apply that in our system. And the thing that's really nice about that is that it helps when there's a lot of coldness or dampness in the system. So this is really beneficial for people who are struggling with like a slow metabolism or sluggish circulation in the body. So that can be really useful as indicators of something that you might want to use Sunstone for and work with it. But it also affects the emotions and the mind as well. When we have a lot of fatigue in the system, this is something that can help. It's like, they say you're tired, go sit out in the sun for a little bit and just get some sun on you and you'll wake up. It's kind of that energy to it. But it also has an uplifting effect, kind of similar to carnelian, except a bit more amplified when we're in the sun or when we're around a lot of light and warmth that it kind of pulls from at the same time. So how does Sunstone help the emotional body, the emotional realm of things? By bringing in this warmth and light and hope to the emotional body, essentially this warmth can be experienced as an uplifted mood, greater optimism, or even just more confidence in yourself and in life in general. A lot of times when you read about Sunstone, it mentions that it's the stone of leadership. And I think about that, leadership has a lot of different connotations. This can be leadership of other people, but it can also be leadership in yourself, taking charge of your life, your emotions, your thoughts, and being your own leader throughout your life, moving forward with greater confidence and optimism. So that's a big thing to kind of factor in here as well. It also reminds us that there is an inner realm that's available to us as well. So we talk about light and warmth from the sun, but there's also the divine light of like your inner sun that I've talked about before. And both sunlight and divine light are free and available to us at all times. They're always there, and they are always there to support us. They are life-giving. They are bringers of light and clarity and warmth. So these are things that Sunstone helps to kind of elevate so that we come into greater awareness of their availability, but also in how to use them for ourselves and how to really utilize that light and that warmth and the power that comes from both of those things that is available to us at all times. So the way that Sunstone affects the mind is kind of interesting, and this can have a trickle-down effect to the emotional body as well. Sunstone has the ability to shine a light on the darkest parts of our mind and our thoughts, and to help illuminate these dark corners so that we have a greater understanding of what's there and what we're actually feeling. A lot of times there are things that we give a lot of energy to that are thoughts of anxiety or fear or worry, and they're not real things. They're hypothesized, they are hypothetical. And so Sunstone kind of comes in and shines a light on it and goes, hey, look, this isn't actually as scary as you thought it was. And so in this way, it can be really illuminating to help us sort of combat these habitual thought patterns in some cases, or just fears and darker spots in the mind that we've been holding on to or that we can tend to sink into. Now, the thing about this is that while some of these things can be blown out of proportion, it can also have the effect of illuminating things that we haven't wanted to see, things that we have kept in the dark. So if we are wanting to really get honest with ourselves, if we are wanting to clean house and take responsibility for our mind, for our thoughts, for our actions, for our destiny moving forward, then Sunstone can be really useful because it helps shine a light on something in a way where we have to get really honest with ourselves. Is this something that is true? Is this something that needs to be addressed? And in this case, we can definitely begin to confront our own truths and step into a place of empowerment rather than, in some cases, victimhood, where we are a victim of the way that we are feeling, whether it's a memory or a thought or a trauma or a belief, or we're just stubborn and we're scared to move forward. So this illuminating effect can really have a ripple effect as we become more illuminated to these thoughts. The things that aren't as scary as they should be and are taking up too much energy, those are dissipated. And the things that are real and deserve our attention and deserve that level of clarity and energy to process it and handle it and deal with it, that can also free up a lot of energy. Those things just lingering in the back of the mind really burn through more energy than we understand, and they can have a big impact on the way that we act in the world, the way we interact in our relationships and respond to ourselves. So by creating this level of clarity and illumination in the mind, this can trickle down to the emotional body as well. And suddenly these thoughts that we're nesting aren't sending these subtle signals to the emotional body to have fear states and panic states. So we can begin to start to see these shifts in the emotional body towards that upliftment, towards that empowerment, away from that victim mentality or that fear mentality. And as we have talked about in a lot of the other videos, the mind, the emotions, and the body all mirror one another. And so as that clarity and that upliftment is happening in the mind, it's going to start to translate into the body as well. And as the body is coming more into this place of light and upliftment with the metabolism and the circulation and the detox processes and the fatigue and all of these things, that also has an effect on the mind as well, and the emotions, as we are feeling more uplifted because we have more energy and because our body is functioning in a way that allows us to feel good. So the entire goal of Sunstone is essentially to just shed light on the whole thing and bring warmth and bring joy and bring upliftment. And it does this in a really, really powerful way. And wearing it in the sun is even more profound. So I would definitely recommend when you first start wearing it, as with anything, start slow, go slow, but work your way into wearing it all day and work your way into wearing it in the sunlight. Maybe get used to wearing it a little bit, not in the sunlight, because once you step into the sunlight, it's really going to bring that enhancing aspect and kick it into high gear. So just be prepared for that. That can be a wonderful thing, but you want to make sure your body is ready for it, prepared for that to happen, and open to allowing that energy to come in. If you have additional questions about Sunstone, you can visit us at Gemisphere.com. You're also able to call and speak to a gym advisor at Gemisphere, or you can schedule a private consultation with me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. And you can also drop a comment at the bottom of this video as well, and we will do our best to answer those in a timely fashion. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. And as I do additional educational videos like this, you will be notified as soon as those are posted. And I'm really excited about this new stone, and I hope it's something that you're excited about too. And I hope that you enjoy working with it and have an illuminating experience with it. And again, if you have any questions or we can support you in any way, please do let us know. And thank you so much for watching. Be well.